So, my name is Sophia, and I'm a licensed counselor. I wanted to talk today about the five love languages and how we can apply that to ourselves. So, if you don't know what your love language is, a really good way to find out what it is to go on the website fivelovelanguages.com and you can take a quiz and it will let you know what your primary love language is. And so, generally, we think of the love languages as how it can help us to interact better with our partners. And so, one thing that I've been talking about lately is how we can use those love languages on ourselves. So, whether or not we're in a relationship, being able to give self love is going to be really important because then it will allow us to be able to know ourselves better, love ourselves better. And when we are a full version of ourselves, we can show up better in our relationships. So, whether that be romantic or platonic, self love is going to allow us to be able to set boundaries and do other things. And so, this is just kind of like a portion of, or I guess like an idea of how we can love on ourselves a little bit better. And so, depending on what your love language is, it's going to be different. It's going to be different with how you apply that to yourself. So, for example, my primary love language is words of affirmation. So, it feels really good when other people verbally encourage me. And so, what I had to start doing was verbally encouraging myself and doing a lot of positive self talk. And so, that's what kind of made me think about like how can we use these love languages on ourselves to have better relationships. So what I do is when I do my self talk, I do it in the mirror and I also take a breath between each verbal encouragement that I give myself. So I'll say, I am kind, I am loving, I am a good friend. And so in those moments where I'm not allowing myself to rush through it, I can really take some time and really reflect. And so, one thing about words of affirmation as well is to say things that you truly believe are true. And so, if there's things that you want to say about yourself or say to yourself, but you don't feel like they're true, then we can take some time and self reflect about why those things aren't true. And we can do things to put them in place. So, uh, I'm going to go on to the next one. So, the next love language is physical touch. And if this is your primary love language, things that you can do, things that you can do for physical touch is spending some time getting to know your skin, taking care of your skin, and taking care of your body, giving yourself a massage or getting a massage from someone else that's not necessarily like a partner. So spending some time outside of that relationship, getting your needs met are going to like professionally, right? Like a professional masseuse if you can. But if you can't, then doing like some self massage and also spending some time with blankets, like soft things or weighted items. So, like if you are someone who also whose primary love language is physical touch, um, but it's also you have anxiety. Something that can be really helpful is a weighted blanket, and so you'll get those both of those needs met. The next love language is quality time. And so, generally, people who want quality time, you want to try and have uninterrupted time by yourself, getting to know who you are in that space where you're not distracted by social media or someone else. So, it's like, who am I outside of all of the uh, things that go on in the world? And so, just spending some uninterrupted time by yourself is going to be really helpful if uh you, and if your primary love language is quality time. So you can also spend some time doing a hobby, something that you really love and enjoy that doesn't require the presence of someone else. A third love language is, or I did three, so now this is the fourth one, is acts of service. So if your primary love language is acts of service, then you want to do things that make your life easier. So maybe that might mean using a planner or delegating tasks to other people. Maybe it might mean asking for help so that you can have things be a little bit easier for you and basically tap into that acts of service for yourself. And maybe it might mean organizing your house or cleaning up. And clean spaces make us feel better. So that will be showing an act of love to yourself. Uh, the fifth love language is gift giving. And so with gift giving, we don't always have to spend a lot of money. We can even make things. Sometimes I go down to Dollar Tree and they have like canvas now and acrylic paint. So you can also go to Walmart, or you can go to somewhere like Dollar Tree and pick those things up. And so, or it's getting a small piece of chocolate after you've had a long day. So there are different ways to practice gift giving on yourself. And the most important thing is just to spend time loving on yourself, no matter what your love language is. So be sure to let me know down in the comments what your love language is and how you will practice self love for you. I look forward to hearing from you all. Make sure to like and subscribe.